Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel about my LEGO City project called Brick World. And in today's update we are going back to our very big train station building here, working once again at the roof, adding a new part here and also detailing the missing parts here on the last part of the roof we did some time ago. Also adding some new spotlights for the lion statue here. So stay tuned for one big update once again here on the train station building and have fun. I'm starting by adding these little spotlights. I did them so I can swing them a little bit and change the angle a little bit so I can later, when it's darker in the room, I can perfectly test out the perfect lighting for that lion statue. That's something a lot of people commented on the German channel. You can see here the lighting system. As always, it's a lighting system from Light My Bricks. That's what I'm using everywhere in my city. And here you can see everything was quite easily to install because there was a strip light. I could use that to add some two new lights to the roof. And yeah, I think that's a quite little nice addition. But also I started working here at the detailing process here on that missing parts on the right side of the station. We have one new minifigure, so we have a population of 807 minifigures now. We have here a little entrance to go down or go upstairs from the lower area here, because a lot of people ask me, how do you get on the top of that roof? And that's now the answer. And now we have finished it. Front part here with all the detailing. So the next part is to add the detailing to the back part here, and that's how it looks now with everything detailed here on that side of the train station. And I really like the look of that. Also can see now it's a little bit darker here in the room, so you can now better see the spotlights on the lion statue. And here's everything I added to detail that part here on the back side of the building. And yeah, it's just some little stuff added, some parts, some boxes, some ventilation stuff like that, just to make the roof a little bit more interesting, adding some more details. And I really think it looks quite nice here at the top of the building, the combination of that big wide windows and everything else. And now let's go to the next part of today's update. That means we have to add the next part of our roof, and that starts by adding or buying a lot of stuff. I bought all these parts, some big 16 by 16 plates, some other plates, a lot of stuff. I found out that the 16 by 16 plates, even if they are very expensive, are the best method to make the roof a little more stable. Lots of other stuff in different colors, these parts here from Technic, to make everything a little bit more stable. And yeah, that's all the parts we need to add the next part of our roof. And here you can see a little nicer view of the stuff here. It's getting darker here in the room, so I thought it would be a nice idea to have some impressions here from that lion statue. And I really think these two spotlights make it much more better, adding some more ambient light here on the top, also adding a little bit more light to the other parts of the roof. And I really like how it looks when you look down here to the marketplace. And by the way, I have often been asked if I'm just working it or doing some stuff on the computer. Most of my work is not based on computer drafts, but sometimes when I need something like that, it's roof parts, I just test some stuff out digitally so I can check if I have every part I need, and then I can build stuff like that and add it on the top. And that's, as always, the final part of the walls, and then the roof itself is just laying in these on these parts here. We will see that later in the video, but by the way you can see how big that building is when I'm standing here next to it. At the moment I'm already standing on the table putting that part on it, and it's a very big building. It's about 2 meters wide, and it's also, I think, about 60 centimeters deep. I'm not sure at the moment, but that's the first part here on the front, the final part of the wall of that building. And now we have to duplicate that part, add it on the back side, and then we can work as the roof itself. That's the part I did once again. And now that's a view from the back side, from where all the train tracks are. Also started adding the structure here for the roof itself. That time I did it in white because we have a big part here in that entrance hall, and so I thought it would be nicer to have that in a white color, these technical elements. And now adding the next parts here to make that structure here more stable. Then we can add the plates on top of it, and that's the main part of everything, and then it looks like that. You can see that white structure that's underneath it, and then we can see a lot of these very big 16 by 16 plates and just 3 8 by 16 plates, and it's very stable. I added these 2 by 2 tiles here just for stabilization. That might be removed later on, but that's one part. It is going to be under the dome. That's something I want to do in 2024. That's the final part of the roof. And I added these lamp posts here with these round lights from, as always, Light My Bricks, adding these strip lights here, and then everything goes down here to that location, just more strip lights. And now it's the time to integrate that part into our building and adding the light electricity to it, and then we can just put it back here. Once again, in that view you can really see how big that building is. I'm adding that here into its final position. It's just laying in here, but it has enough connection points to fit perfectly in here. And that area is not going to be detailed because that's the underground for the final dome. That's going to be, I don't know when, but I'm going to do it in 2024. If you want to know how it looks, you can Google the main station in Nuremberg here in Germany. It's not so far away from here, about 60 kilometers. And that's that's what I want to do with my train station building. So if you want to see how the dome will be looking, just Google it. Now it's time to make a jump to the night mode, and that's how it looks at the moment. It's a big dark area now, but I think you can see how that's a very important part for the roof. Also, we did a lot of detailing, and in one of the next updates we're going to add the next 2 parts of the roof. At the moment we have about 60%, but we have now finally light here in our entrance hall, and it looks much more better with these 2 lights coming or getting or bending light from the top down here into the entrance hall. And I really like the look here from the building from outside now, even if it's not finished yet. And that's a nice looking view from the other side, and I can see there's so much left to do on that side of the building inside, but we have the possibility to look a little bit into the entrance hall from that side. And I really like how it looks. And as always, please feel free to write your ideas, everything else into the comments under the video. And yeah, that's the entrance hall with the pizza line stuff and also all the other advertising on the walls. Just a view from the backside in the night mode. And we are on the right track to get that building finished. You can see there's no light at the moment. That's something I have to add in a future update. And yeah, on the right side there's a lot of work left to do, but just have some final views from that building. And it's a mammoth project. I started it 3 years ago, I think so. And just have a view from the top side down here. Also some more projects I have to do. But a lot of people said it would be nice to have an overview of the city at the end maybe of the video. So now is the time to have some views from the top. I'm standing on a stool at the moment, so you can see everything of the city at the moment. It's about 14 square meters at the moment, but there's going to be much more in coming months and years, of course. It's an expanding project here in my big room here, having 126 square meters place in the room. So stay tuned for future updates, and as I said, please write everything you want to write about today's update in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Bye!